Hi, I'm Mr. Dan. I'm here at Bear Hollow Creek at the Ozark Natural Science Center, and the answer to this week's riddle is fresh water. So come on, let's get started. This week's live is a part 2 of Fluvial Dynamics, Understanding Streamflow. Today we are going to learn what a riffle, run, and pool are, how to identify them, as well as learn how change in elevation, gradient, and stream velocity are all connected. When you look at a small stream, such as Bear Hollow Creek, you can identify 3 patterns of water movement. The riffle, where the water moves fastest with rapids and whitewater. The run, where the creek has a strong current but no sign of whitewater. And the pool, where the water moves slowest and things like sediment and leaf litter settle to the bottom. Let's take a closer look at the cause for each feature. To do this, we need to be thinking about elevation change. The general trend of a creek is for water to flow downhill from high to low. We call this losing elevation. However, during water's journey from high to lower elevation, the steepness or gradient is not even along its course. Some sections of the creek that water flows over are steeper than other sections. These steep areas with higher gradient cause the water to travel faster with a higher velocity. This is a simple relationship where a steeper gradient results in a faster velocity of water. These steep sections with fast velocity cause the water to crash into rocks, creating riffles and whitewater. This section of the creek is the riffle. Here, the water's velocity is so strong that big rocks, pebbles, sediment are easily washed downstream. As the elevation change starts going back to its average gradient, the water's velocity starts to slow down a little bit. There's still a strong current visible, but no sign of whitewater. This section of the creek is the run. Only small rocks and sediment and leaf litter are carried downstream in the run. When the elevation change of a creek has finally leveled off back to its original gradient, the water's velocity is at its slowest. This section of the creek is the pool. Here, items in transport such as sediment, small rocks, and leaf litter all settle to the bottom of the creek bed. So what determines how a creek or river valley changes its elevation and gradient? The answer lies in the local geology of the Ozarks. You know, the type of rock found below our feet. Some sections of bedrock are weaker and some stronger. The weaker sections are more susceptible to weathering and erosion and are easily broken down and washed away by the forces of nature. When this happens, our landscape is carved out, creating valleys with steep gradient and sudden change in elevation. Okay, so let's recap. As water travels from high to low elevation, the gradient can change its steepness. This results in a slower or faster velocity. The resulting patterns or features are called a riffle, run, or pool. Well, thank you for taking the time to learn and understand how fresh water works. I'm Mr. Dan. Have a great day.